Hi guys, this is a really quick video. It's about two FV304s on my team in a game I played a week or two ago while I was gathering footage for an upcoming PZ4 Hydrostat review. We are here on Ensk. It is a 53%er, and the game doesn't go well. In fact, most of my early games in the PZ4 Hydro doesn't go very well. But we do have two FV304s on our team, and we have Kane and his platoon mate Iñero from the Ibero clan, and they are both in these little beasts, these Tier 6 British TDs, and they pretty much save the game for us against some really difficult odds, and with some really good gameplay. So I sent Kane in particular a message after this game asking him whether I could show this replay on the channel if he mind being featured, and again, it's from my point of view, not his, but he said he didn't have a problem with it, so here we go. The game doesn't go so well, and I'm just going to be joining the action towards the end, and you'll see these two little tanks in action. Yes, that was me being derped by a KV2. So, Kane has relocated and has already gotten a kill, so has his teammate. And you'll see that we are in mega trouble here. But Iñero takes out a Hellcat at close range and takes a hit for it, and then needs to relocate. Meanwhile, Kane's in the corner, and he's still doing damage, but we're losing 8-10. So again, this is from just my spectator mode, so it's not exactly smooth. So while we've got two T-150 still holed up in the middle, we're now losing 9-11. Kane's got another kill. So both FV304s are on 2 kills each, and but we're still losing. The action starts with Iñero advancing towards the enemy cap, and he spies himself at KV2. So he misses his shot and pulls back into cover. KV2 is sensing an easy kill. Unfortunately, he's the guy who derped me to death, because the PZ4 Hydro stat has absolutely no armor. But there we go, a nice shot, and thankfully, somehow, miraculously, the KV2 only manages to track the FV and does no HE damage. So there we go. Iñero is circling this KV2 to death. He's trying to get support from Kane, his platoon mate in the corner, but our two T-150s are dead, so it is 11-13. It's just these two Artys versus 4 enemy tanks. And the KV2 misses again. So, unfortunately, a VK comes down to support Iñero. To support the KV2 versus Iñero, and Iñero dies. So now it is 1v4. Kane relocated in order to try and support his platoon mate, but now he is left alone. He is standing alone versus 4 enemy tanks. So here we go. So he goes for a blind shot on the KV2, no idea whether or not it hit. But it's not looking so good, and I'm expecting yet another loss in the PZ4 Hydro. because I'll talk more about it when the time comes, but I had the most horrible matchmaking and the most horrible teams playing that tank. And Kone decides to retreat, and he's going to hide in this corner here. Now we are being capped. It's 1v4, KV2, VK, FV304, and a bishop versus Kone. So, no enemy tanks spotted. Cap is up to 20. Kone moves forward in order to fire blind. Takes a completely blind shot and misses whatever was capping. No tank has been spotted in our cap. So he fires blind again and hits whatever was capping. He has reset the cap with a 100% blind shot. So now there's a chance that the tank he hit is tracked and still where he was last spotted. So he fires again and resets again. So he is hitting whatever was capping. It was the VK who was on 435 health. And there we go. 3 blind shots into cap, resets the cap. Had no idea the tank was there, and Kone takes him out. So really, really lucky and opportunistic gameplay there from Kone. But it is still 3 versus 1, and Kone has gone back into his corner to hide. So I'm going to speed it up here a little bit, because as you can guess, there's a little bit of a Mexican standoff. FV304 finds Kone, but he's smart. He decides that he's not going to rush in around this corner. He's found him. He's going to wait for backup. He's going to wait for friendly tanks to appear. Both FVs are on 100% health. So Kone moves forward, trying to get a shot, then thinks better of it. And I am really, really sensing a loss here, because all the enemy FV has to do is keep him proxy spotted. And did you see that tree just fall? So there's another tank over to Kone's right. And Kone's getting surrounded. Okay, a bishop has appeared, but he's behind Kone. And we are being capped again. So Kone is stuck in this corner. Both enemy Arty are proxy spotting him. And the KV2, who must have been capping, has now left the cap. So there's a very good chance the KV2 is now heading down towards Kone. So the bishop is smart. The bishop has decided to relocate in order to try and get shots into this corner. And there's the KV2. KV2 is on the right. KV2 is on low health. And Kone takes him out. So then the enemy FV makes his move. And doesn't kill him. Rolls fairly... well, I don't know if that's a low or high roll, but leaves him on 31 health. Kone finishes off the KV, or finishes off the FV304, and then relocates because the bishop was trying to get shots into the corner. So, what was a 1v4 situation is now 1v1. Team are congratulating him in chat, but it's not over yet. He still needs to kill the bishop, and the bishop is a good player. Just has to find the bishop. Thankfully, KV2 leaves enough room for Kone to relocate. And the bishop has been spotted. So Kone breaks radar contact, drops off radar, goes to readjust, and the bishop has exactly the same idea. So the bishop dropped off radar. They were both going to try and flank each other, and they run into each other. So Kone is on 5 kills, just needs one more kill to win the game and to pick up his top gun. And these are two very, very experienced Arty players. They are dropping off radar. They are switching their angles. They're both trying to get the drop on each other. So the bishop has dropped off. Kone is going to relocate. And spots the bishop. Bishop is not looking at Kone. Kone closes the distance. Misses his shot on the move. Then the bishop misses. Who's going to reload first? Kone is running. He turns. And it's Kone who reloads first. I don't know what the reload on the bishop is, but there you go. Top Gun in an FV304 in a 1 versus 4 scenario where the enemy team were capping. And well played, Kone. So after this game, I sent Kone a little private message saying, hey, do you mind if I stick this up on my channel? And he said, no problem, so here you go. I know it's a quick video, but it was pretty exciting, it was pretty amusing, and it was really, really a nice end to the game. Really, really good game from Kone and his platoon mate, and thank you very much for allowing me to show that, Kone. But we're not done yet, no, we have CJC in his SU-14-2. He is on Westfield. And on the enemy team, there's a very, very unfortunate platoon of an Object 704 and 2 T-95s that CJ is going to get quite, let's just say, intimate with. Here we go. So, to start off, CJ has moved into position. This is the first shot of the game. He is aiming at this Object 704. Fires blind. And the shot goes in. So after reloading and reacquiring the Object 704, CJ goes for another shot. Oh, and leaves him on 58 health. Puts another big hit in. So Object was on half health. That blind shot took half his health first time round. T-28 prototype, T-95. T-95 is a more valuable target. And only does 135 damage. So T-95 must be using a super heavy spall liner. And it's possible that CJC only managed to hit his gun or his track. So CJ is reloaded. He's reacquired the T-95. And hits his tracks for 303 damage. Things are looking good for CJ's team. They're winning 6-3. They've got a lot of tanks in the south, and the north seems to be holding. So after missing a couple of shots, unfortunately, the tanks in the north get surrounded. CJ has acquired a T-29. Waiting for his reload. T-29 gets tracked. CJ fires again and puts a nice shot into his side for 812 damage and needs to relocate because the north of the map has collapsed and the south of the map has 3 tanks who are going to be camping at E0 and a T-29 capping. So CJ is relocating when we rejoin the action, and there's just a Foch left up north. CJ is asking him to spot. 2 T-95s are rolling down along with a KV-4. And CJC has to go through this long aim time, this long reload time. And again, I'll put this on ×2 because you can see he has to keep readjusting and he can't get his gun on target in order to get a shot at the T-95. Okay, he finally does. He finally has a shot. And 626 damage. So unfortunately, he's not able to save the Foch, and there are 2 T-95s rolling down towards cap, so CJ needs to relocate. So again, we'll move it up to ×2. I'm not going to clip to the action, I'll just show you the whole thing this time. So there's a little bit of trash talk. CJ is moving up to try and ambush them. T-95s are not quick tanks, but somehow they both managed to get down into cap without CJ spotting them. And again, just ignored chat, just a lot of trash talking, players blaming each other for a piss poor performance. So CJ decides to move forward. Where are these T95s? And there's one, two. They are both down to his CJ's left. CJ fires and takes out one T95. The other T95 is trying to engage CJ, but his friend's corpse is preventing him. So CJC, I keep on calling him CJ, sorry, can't teach an old dog new tricks. So CJ puts a little bit of distance between himself and the T95. He's still going through this long reload. T95 is now taking fire from behind. CJ doesn't have much to shoot at. And catches the corner of the T95. So that's pretty much that entire platoon that CJ took out. And he gets congratulated in chat. Unfortunately, it's not enough to win the game. It is still 12-13, and the enemy tanks pull it round to win. But some really, really nice shotgun play. Some really, really clutch play in a tank you really, really wouldn't expect it in. So thanks for sending that clip in, CJ, and or CJC. And I'll catch you next time.